How's it going, everyone, and welcome to another video. I am super excited. Last night I said I was going to do a live reaction, but I just couldn't wait. I watched the reveal trailer for Super Mario Odyssey and other games. But today all I want to talk about is Super Mario Odyssey because I'm just so hyped for it, and I'm not really into Legend of Zelda too much, but you know, Super Mario, I really gotta start with that. Real quick, let's just start with the bad news. This is coming out holiday 2017, so somewhere around Christmas. Maybe it'll come out January if it gets delayed. But either way, we're gonna have to wait a long time for this game, which really sucks because it looks really good. Now, there are a few people hating on it because he's going to, like, New York City or something. I'm guessing Brooklyn because that's apparently where he's from. I think they said something like that in the TV show. I think that was the origin of it, but it looks like they're going to embrace it or something. They're going to do something with the story to make him go into the actual real world, and it looks like he might find it going through some sort of pipe system because he always goes through pipe systems. I actually think this looks really good. At least it doesn't look too realistic. I mean, the people are still cartoony and stuff like that, which I like, and it's something new because we've been getting the same thing over and over again for Mario, and people have been complaining about that, and I think Nintendo really embraced it and tried to come up with something really original here. I guess it's not too original when you look at certain cartoon characters going to the real world because movies have done that before, and I guess video game series, I can't really name one right now, but I'm guessing that has happened before, and it's not like Mario really fits into this area. So when I first watched it, I kind of thought it was a joke, you know, something like that. I thought Nintendo was pulling a joke or something like that because it looked really ridiculous, but then I rewatched it and I realized how cool this is. I just think it's some sort of change, and change is good, especially when it comes to Mario, because for the past 30-some years, we've been getting pretty much the exact same formula over and over again, with the exception of Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario 64 when it came out at the time. Now, Nintendo has confirmed that this is going to be more open world, like Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario 64, where you will have a hub world to explore outside of the main areas. Galaxy 1 and 2 had that, but it was a little bit different. They were more just a means of getting from one place to another, one level to another. I guess Super Mario 64 and Sunshine did that, but they were more explorative, and like Super Mario 64, there were hidden stars throughout the castle, and in Super Mario Sunshine, there were shine sprites hidden throughout the main hub world. Now, I don't know what the collectible is going to be in this game, or if there's a collectible at all, but I doubt that there's going to be flagpoles in this game. And if there are, I'm going to be kind of disappointed. Honestly, I didn't really like Super Mario 3D World all that much. I mean, it wasn't a terrible game, but I just didn't like it as much as like Galaxy and 64 and Sunshine, because those games were more open world, not from point A to point B, and honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the 2D Mario games all that much. I do like 1 through World, which is 1 through 4, just because they were original, you know, something like that. But it's been getting kind of bland. They've been repeating the same thing over and over again, and I guess that's the reason why I didn't enjoy 3D World all that much, which is because it was pretty much that, but in a 3D manner. It looks like here that you're going to go throughout the city to get to different areas, and from there, you're going to go to different areas to maybe get collectibles such as stars or whatever it may be this time. You're going to use some sort of machine to get in and out of places, it looks like, and hey, that's pretty cool. I actually kind of like that idea. So you're not just going through warp areas, you're going through actual transportation throughout this like flying machine, or what do they have? It looks like a hot air balloon, sort of whatever. I mean, we don't really have that. It's a Mario machine. I have no idea, but I do like the idea of it. Now I'm just going to go on a whim here and say that the story is pretty much the same old, same old. Bowser has kidnapped Princess Peach, and you have to go get her. It looks like it's going to be a little bit different this time around. Sort of with Galaxy, there was actually some sort of story, and it looks like we can get that here. There's a lot of interesting stuff that I'm seeing, like Bowser wearing this costume and whatever. We really haven't gotten much on it. This was just a gameplay trailer, so we really didn't have much to analyze it. It also looks like there's going to be some sort of gimmick with Mario's hat. It has eyes. It looks like it's going to have special abilities to where Mario can jump on it to go throughout different areas in the air and stuff like that. That looks cool. We haven't really seen what he can really do with it. He can throw his hat to hurt enemies and stuff like that, but we really don't know why it has eyes. It looks like from some posters that we see in the city that it's going to be a product they're selling, some sort of new product, and I'm guessing that's going to be one of the objectives with the game. Maybe that's the collectible. Maybe all these hats have been scattered throughout different areas around the world and stuff like that by Bowser, and Mario has to go and get them. Like I said, maybe that's our star this time around. Maybe this is our shine sprite. These hats that Mario has to go and collect and bring them back to the main area. I have yet to see anybody really go in depth with this, but there's not too much to go in depth with. That's just my personal opinion and thoughts. Maybe that's it, maybe it's not, but I really want to see any other reason for these hats. Maybe they're like helping hats or something like that. You know what I mean, right? They obviously help Mario complete some sort of task, anything that he really has to do. All we've seen is him use it to hurt enemies and jump on it, which I really like that. I'm a huge fan of 3D Mario games, and this game looks really, really good. Now, another thing that they're doing is they're not having worlds, they're sort of having different locations throughout one world, so it looks like Mario lives in the same world as we do in this story, and he's using this machine to travel to different parts of the world. I really like that. I mean, they are really embracing here the story aspect of it, and we're gonna get something we haven't gotten before with Mario, at least in my opinion. I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, these hats have opened a gateway for a bigger story. I mean, Sunshine had somewhat of a story. It was actually really good, and that's why a lot of people see it as the best Mario game. That's also why a lot of people see it as the worst Mario game. I have a feeling we're gonna get something similar to Sunshine here, something brand new, something different, and people are either gonna like it or hate it. I honestly like what I'm seeing so far. It looks like a decent game. I have yet to really see stuff that I don't like, and that's a good thing. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people thinking, this is the stupidest thing ever, this is not Mario. That's what they said about Sunshine. But Sunshine got critically well received. I mean, by fans, not so much. But it's a really, really weird thing with Sunshine. I mean, people loved it or they hate it. I mean, there's like two sides of the spectrum, and like I said, I think this is going to be the same deal with this game, just because it's so wildly different. I mean, this is even more different than Sunshine was, and people thought Sunshine was a huge stretch for Mario. But in my opinion, that's what made Sunshine work. That's what made it so great. I mean, I love that game to death, and I feel like I'm going to love this game to death too. I know people are going to really hate on me for this because there are people who think this is the dumbest thing ever. I mean, a lot of my friends think it's dumb, but I love it. I just absolutely love this idea. Now, maybe I could be completely wrong. I have yet to play the game. We have yet to see too much of it. This is a 2.5-minute trailer, but from what I've seen, the gameplay looks great. It looks like any other 3D Mario game, for the exception of 3D World, which is very, very straightforward, but it looks like we're going to get some really awesome, like, parkourness gameplay that we got in the previous open world Mario games, and I love that, because I love those games. 3D Mario games is really what I grew up with. I didn't really play the 2D Mario games all that much. The first video game I ever really played was Super Mario 64. Then I got Sunshine when it was on the GameCube when it came out. And then I also got Galaxy when it came out. I actually got Galaxy like a couple days after it came out. Same with Galaxy 2. It's just the games I really love. So yes, maybe I'm overhyping this, but look at all this stuff. I mean, you got lions you're riding on. Lions. I mean, have you ever seen that in a Mario game? I don't think so. Now let's move on to the graphics. I mean, there's not too much Nintendo can improve upon here after the Wii U, because if you really think about it, the 8th generation of gaming really brought graphics to the highest peak it can really get. I mean, they can make tweaks here and there, but it really reaches perfection. But I honestly think this game looks really well. I like how they added a little bit extra detail to Mario's overalls. I mean, that's kind of what they did to up the ante with Mario's design. They made him more bright, added more shadows, stuff like that, to make it look a little bit better. I don't think it does too much for it, but it does make the game look nicer. Not too much to say on that. I do like the cartoony appeal to it, and I like how the use of shadows that they use, and stuff like that makes the game look really, really smooth. And it can only get better from here because the game is releasing in about a year, and they have a lot of time to work on it. This is really just a concept gameplay trailer. They could change a lot of things. I also like how they gave us a really big taste of what this game is like. We saw about 4 worlds, maybe more, I'm not so sure. I'm gonna have to go back and look, maybe 5. You know, you got the main hub world, you got some sort of forest world, desert. I don't know if this is the same world, but you got like the area with the bullet bill on, maybe that's another world. You got all sorts of cool stuff in here. Really showed you what this game is going to be like and what the worlds are gonna look like, and hopefully we get even more worlds in the game, because there's just only a few. If it's going to be like Super Mario 64 and Sunshine, we definitely will. And this is the 9th generation of gaming, so we're going to get bigger and better games. I really want this game to be spectacular. Hopefully they can make this game pretty big. I mean, just look at it. And they said what the Switch is capable of. They said it's really, really powerful, and the cartridge-based games can really hold more storage than the discs that they were using earlier, and they can perform better on them. So hopefully we get a bigger and better game. I also love the idea of going back to cartridges. Cartridges just so iconic in gaming. I still play my Nintendo 64. In fact, I played it yesterday. I'm being serious. I played Super Mario 64, doing some glitching and stuff like that. I actually haven't really played it all that often. It's just kind of a coincidence that I played it then. I just remember blowing on the cartridges all the time, trying to get your game to work. It just brings back so much memory, so much nostalgia and stuff like that. But cartridges, hey, it's coming back. They're going to be small, sort of like the 3DS. And yes, this game is going to be on a cartridge. One little nitpick though, they're bringing back the Koopa Kids again. You probably haven't seen them, but they're in the trailer somewhere. They're wearing, looks like bunny masks. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, that really looks like the Koopa Kids. I just hate they're overusing the Koopa Kids, really. Bring us more bosses, more original bosses. It looks like we're going to get a couple of original bosses from what we've seen from the trailer. But I mean, like, main villains. And it would have been cool if Bowser wasn't the villain in this game, but I'm guessing that's really stretching the limit here on how much you can change Mario. I said this earlier, but the hat thing's kind of cool too. It reminds me of Flood in Super Mario Sunshine, and I think it's going to play a big role in the game. Really looks like it. It's on the title art, and they actually left it for a surprise at the end. I'm not so sure why. Anyways, I think I've made myself clear. I'm really hyped for this game, and I want to know what you guys think too. Please tell me in the comments below what you think of the trailer, and if you think the game's going to be good, or if it's too much of a stretch for Mario. Also, I think it's really likely that I'm going to be talking about this game more in the future as we get more news, screenshots, and all sorts of stuff. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Leave a big like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more Sly Cooper, Mario, Jak and Daxter, whatever. I'm really branching out here. I just did a Jak and Daxter video not too long ago. I'm doing a Mario video now. My main focus is usually Sly Cooper. I'm all over the map. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Also, go ahead and check out the Cooper Nation on the Amino app. Link will be in the description. Sly Cooper fans, go ahead and join it. You will love it. You can chat. You can make your own posts. You can do all sorts of stuff on there. Please just go check it out. I'll see you all in the next video, and peace out.